Greetings everyone. It's Mr. Hlajoy here. Now, what I want us to look at, basically today we are going to be looking at our alcohol, right? We are going to be looking at our family of alcohol. This is alcohol, right? And now we are going to start here. What is important about this alcohol is that now it consists of a special name, firstly. Now, it consists of a special name, which is also called what? Which is also called hydroxyl. This is hydroxyl. That is the special name of our alcohol. And why are we saying this is hydroxyl group? Because this is, you're having your oxygen that is bonded with your what? With your hydrogen, right? So that is the reason why we are saying this is going to be part of your hydroxyl group. And now, what else that we are going to be finding out about, it's basically now the functional group. The functional group of an alcohol, it is always, you are always going to have the C that is always going to be bonded with an O and also an H, right? And then it can also have now extended reactants or any other bonds in there. How it's okay, right? That is going to be that one. And now it consists of also our general formula, and the general formula of it is given by CnH2n plus 1OH, isn't it so, right? That is going to be the significant, or rather, this is going to be the general formula of our alcohol. And now the last thing that, or the other thing that we are going to be looking at is that it consists of the suffix of OL, right? Which means all, right? So every time whenever you sing your a compound which with an OL, then you need to know that this is going to be your alcohol, right? This is going to be your alcohol. Oh, it's okay. Then now, one thing that we are going to be looking at, basically when it comes to these particular alcohol, we are going to be looking at firstly at our general formula. The general formula, we are going to be looking at its condensed structure, and we are going to learn in terms of how do we draw then your structural formula. Right now, let's start here. Let's say now you are given that you are having your methanol. Let's say we are giving you the first example that you are having your methanol. Now, how do we know our methanol? Our methanol, the meth, firstly, the meth means one carbon, and the all means this is from the functional group of alcohols, right? So firstly, that one thing that you need to take note of. And secondly, now this is what I want us to take note of, is that now if you are moving from here, now the structural formula of this, it's going to be one carbon with all these other 4 bonds. And obviously this is going to be the O, which is bonded with an H, and also the other hydrogens thereafter, right? There are the hydrogens thereafter that are going to be bonded in here. And nextly, what is it that we can know about this? Is that basically now this type of alcohol basically is the one that we usually found in our methylated spirit. That's the one which we are going to find our methanol. And these type of spirit is very much it's very much poisonous and can also lead to, you know, permanent blindness if it can be applied within our eyes, right? So this is the very dangerous alcohol. Now let's look at the next alcohol that we are going to have here. Now, if we are looking at our next alcohol, we are having our ethanol. If let's say you are given that you are having the second example of ethanol. Now, what is going to be the ethanol therefore? Now, the ethanol, it's going to be given by what? This is going to be given by, now, eth means you are having how many carbons? You are having 2 carbons. You are having 2 carbons. And now, what else now do you need to know about that? The all means the alcohol, right? Alcohol. So, which means now basically if we are going to write the significance of this is going to be what? If you write the structural formula, this is going to be structure. This is going to be the alcohol that is going to be bonded in here, right? And one thing that you need to know, that alcohol is saturated, right? Saturated means it consists of single bonds within this. And now this is going to be your alcohol, right? With the H's also here, the hydrogens, the hydrogens, the hydrogens, and the hydrogens, right? Now that is going to be our ethanol that we are going to be looking at basically now. And now basically this is going to be one of the famous alcohol that we are using it in our alcohol beverages, such as our wines, our vodka, our beers, those particular things that I'm talking about, right? So that is going to be, they are using the ethanol to basically prepare all these beverages that people usually consume, right? Now, if we now going to continue, now, let's say now we are given this third structure, right? Or let's say you are given this third structure, and now this is prop. Now, and as soon as we are having three things, remember that the alcohol can be bonded in any of the C. Now, let's say you are given one all, prop one all. And how can we then, discuss the prop one all? Now, the prop one all means now the prop means they represent the what? The carbons that we are having. It represents the carbon. The one represents the position, and they all represent the functional group. It represents the functional group. Now, which means now, if we want to draw this structure of this is going to be your C. This is also going to be your C, and also this is going to be your C, which is going to be bonded with all these. Now, they said now they're all is going to be bonded with what? It is going to be bonded with the first all, which means it's going to be bonded with the first C. Now, which means if it is bonded with the first C, we are going to find it in here, where this is going to be found in here, right? That is going to be the OH, and the hydrogen atoms are also going to be bonded with the carbon atom, right, to complete this structural formula. Now, that is going to be the formula for our prop 1O. Now, if, or rather the propane 1O. Now, if we are looking at now, let's say we want to discuss now the propane 2-ol. Now, this one already know that the prop means 3 carbons, and then the 2 represents the position. The O represent the what? Represents your functional group. This represents your functional group. Now, what is it that you are going to have now? This is going to be same as your C, and this is going to be 3 C's. This is going to be your 3, 1, 2, 3 C. This is going to be all these particular bonds that are going to be bonded in here. And now, where are you going to find the all? The position, it said it's position 2, which means you can simply find it where? You can simply find it in here. Your O and your H is going to be found in here, and this is going to be the hydrogens, therefore, that are going to be bonded thereafter. Are we together? Now, this is going to be the significance of our prop 2-ol. And hopefully this makes sense to you. Now, let's say we want to find out what is going to be the condensed structure of this thing. Now, if let's say we want to find out our condensed structure, now the first C consists of how many? The hydrogens consist of 3. So this is going to be CH3. Now, what else? The second one consists of how many? Now, the second one is consist of your CH, your 1 carbon, 1 H. Then this is going to be your OH. And the next thing that you are going to find up, this is going to be H now, which what? With 3 hydrogens, right? So basically now this is going to be the significance of your condensed structural formula of your prop 2-ol. Are we together? Hopefully this makes sense to you, and you are getting in terms of where is this going to be, right? Now, let's just close this chapter here for now, and then the next video will discuss the other nitty-gritties. Thank you.